What's up, friends? This is Manni, and the new god-brawling weapons Athos, Porthos, and Artemis have just entered the game in the new War Robots 10.1 update on the live server. So from this very moment on, you're going to see these weapons in the game, and let me just tell you, they're absolutely nuts. They're too powerful by far. They seem to be doing an amount of damage that we know from the electric weapons, or even more, but they do that at 350 meters range focus. Yeah, they can't hit multiple targets at the same time, but how often are you gonna do that with the electric weapons? So you'll see all of what you're gonna see here, the Typhon with 4 of them, right? You're gonna see the Orochi and the Bulgasari. We're gonna start with a Bulg here. I already showed you this sequence in a previous video, so this might look familiar, but it's just a tiny sequence, and then you'll see the other things you haven't seen yet. Just because when I show you a new weapon, I would like to show you it on as many robots as possible, and that includes the Bulgasari, since this is basically a weapon made for it, right? Because you can kind of still hold your shield up and aim at the enemy at the same time and block damage while shooting, right? It's very difficult, but it's possible, and yeah, that's why it's kind of made for that. But you see the damage output. I mean, a Shenlu just goes down like nothing with these weapons, and with the shield breaking now, it's not a problem, and of course the physical shield on the Bulgasari here being pretty much invincible to any kind of damage, except explosive splash. Yeah, look how fast things die, right? The reload is continuous, and it is fast. So you're recharging these weapons, well, a little bit slower than you're dealing damage with them, which means that even if you're halfway charged, you can still fire for a really long time, enough time to probably kill an entire robot twice over. And yeah, I'm sorry to say it, ladies and gents, once again Pixonic has added something to the game that breaks it, that breaks the game. I mean, look at this, that's a full Dagon right here, and he has various different instant heal pops in between, and I still pretty much destroyed him twice, right? He killed me faster in this case, but he almost died from it in like, what, 2 seconds? Man, these weapons are way too powerful, and as usual, this shows the things we have to bear with or deal with in the game. This Invader Spider, however, with its increased resistance during the jump, actually survives it for quite a while. But imagine putting these weapons on a Pathfinder, okay? You lock the enemy down, and then you have this kind of firepower here to boot. That's gonna be crazy. And yeah, like I said, it's gonna happen from now on, right? You'll see ultimate Bulgasaris, ultimate shock trains, you'll see these weapons, and of course the new Raptor robot. And for all of this, I have video content already here, so check out the Bulgasari video with the ultimate shock train here, the Raptor video. The only thing I want to show you now also after this is a specific video focusing on the Dagon with this kind of weapon, because yeah, let me tell you, this is probably even more powerful than what you're seeing right here. Much more powerful. Because the Dagon with its constant shield recharge is already a problem for many weapons, and then you have 6 times the light weapon of this category, and it just rocks. It just freaking slaps so much. Look how quickly everything dies here. This I think is a Curie robot with its turrets out, and it almost died right there. All right, and it's just instant death basically, right? So yeah, let's enjoy the rest of this freaking montage here that I've put together for you, where you see various different setups. Even against Titans, look, we can do so much damage with these weapons that even Titans have to be careful not to sit in front of our lasers for a long time, because even they will just get destroyed. Not as quickly as regular robots, of course, but you know, it's gonna happen pretty quickly. Although, yeah, I mean, okay. That situation was not for me. That was not for my little Typhon robot there. I can also see Orochis being absolutely popular with this. Same goes for Lynx, right? Constant stealth. Stealth meta is currently running in the game. We have a big stealth meta. You see stealth on every robot. The only way to counter it right now is to run the Seeker drone. And other than that, you're really bummed without the Seeker drone right now, because a lot of disguise units are being used, a lot of big drones, and a lot of stealth. And pop, there I go. I just got hit by an ultimate shock train, and that means instant death, of course. But for that reason, I have 2 of those, so let's go. And again, ultimate shock train, the video's already up on the channel. check it out if you haven't seen it yet on the Bulgasari. And yeah, boom, there I got hit again. I got a nice instant regen from my Pascal drone, but yeah, the damage coming in from this is pretty nuts. Gotta get back in cover. Thankfully I had support and I didn't get hit again, because every hit you take from the ultimate shock train is basically your robot being destroyed, unless you have a last stand, which I had, that saved me from that. So 350 meters, then we can start dealing damage here. And yeah, this is definitely going to be a popular weapon choice for any Lynx and Orochi. It's probably the best thing you can put on it, because you have very efficient focused firepower at 350 meters range, right? Not like the electric weapons where you have to get 100 meters in. No, you can do it at 350 and you're not losing any DPS to it. So super, super powerful. Way too powerful if you ask me, of course. But I guess nothing new here, right? On the War Robots update front. So let's see how much damage we've done in this match. I have not played a Titan. 7 million. Easily. This was on the test server, by the way, right? So this is all now happening on the live server, but this was recorded still on the test server. So the pilot skills were not active, which means my robot runs around a little slower. But look what I can do to a Loki, right? I can very effectively hit this guy in his stealth, because these weapons just fire straight forward and hit everything in its path. And so yeah, pretty good way to deal with a Loki there, even without running stealth. So I locked this guy down. That means he's absolutely doomed. Although I guess looking at what's going on the screen, I think maybe I'm the one who's doomed. There's literally 3 or 4 enemy robots around me. It's like there has not, every robot on the battlefield was here apparently. But yeah, back onto the Bulk and seeing what we can do with this thing. Once again, this is a little sequence you may have already seen. Usually I don't recycle gameplay, but in that case, I feel like it is important for those who missed that video to know that the Bulgasari plays this weapon better than most any robot, due to the fact that you have the physical shield, and if you do it right, you can use it together with the weapon. But most of the time, I'm really not doing that very successfully here, I gotta say. I would like to hear what you think about these weapons, guys. If you, I don't know, sometimes I see you guys see things a little different. Sometimes I see comments where somebody said, yeah, man, you're making it look too powerful. You're making it look better than it is, actually, and such. But, yeah, tell me what you think. I feel like the damage output for the quick recharge is the same typical brokenness that we see on many new releases, and it will be like that for a while, I suppose. But this kind of damage output with this continuous quick reload at the range and so on, yeah, I mean, this maybe it would have been okay if there had been a lock-on time for it, even though I hate lock-on. But then maybe it would have been okay, but without lock-on time, it just seems to be too flexible and too instant killy, right? But you see, even this guy can't deal damage to me when I'm running the ultimate Bulgasari and just heal myself. And just hold up the shield, I mean. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, that was too much. That was too much going on. Let's pop into the next robot, and that is gonna be the Orochi. This match is not ideal for me. My team is already dropping out. We're down to 2 players. They have 5 still. Now, maybe I'm now alone even. Alright, look what's happening to a Fenrir. This is just 2 heavy versions of these weapons, and I just completely deleted the Fenrir there. It's a super tanky robot, and I emptied 1 clip on it from a robot that doesn't really bring so much firepower. 2 heavy weapons is not necessarily the biggest thing, but it's able to deal with it so well. So this guy's running the electric weapons. Big problem for me here, because my stealth doesn't work against it. But even though he did that, I could still brawl him down. And then, I guess, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die! Alright, let's have the Dagon here. See what 6 of those weapons can do. And the Raptor robot just gets eaten alive, same as the Harpy. And let's see what comes next. Oh, another Dagon. It's running the same weapons, and unfortunately I'm taunted now by... where is he? Oh, there he is. Alright, so look, he's actually taking damage. I just did like 50% of damage to the frickin' Bedwear Titan. Are you kidding me? In what, 5 seconds? Alright, let's show them that I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. With my kid. Okay, we got defeated. But hey, I survived it. I did 7 million damage at my the best guy in my team did like 900k. Alrighty then. Let's go. Back to the Typhon. Oh no, he was just phase shifting in that moment. Didn't see it in time. Pop, there he goes. Raptor robot. Super dangerous. I see so many complaints already in the comment section from the new Raptor robot. People saying, yeah, I already encountered 1 or 2, and they whooped the heck out of me. I also saw one comment of somebody saying it's a joke. It's like it's less powerful than the nerf version of the Orochi. That surprised me a little bit, because yeah, I don't quite see it that way. In my opinion, the Raptor is going to dominate quite a bit. But of course, with the legendary pilot, it gets way more powerful, and maybe the guy didn't have it, maybe the Raptor was low level, I don't know. You know, this, you need to know the situation and the level of stuff to really judge how something goes. But you can see here, we can kill the Raptor really fast with these weapons, because these weapons just slap so much. But if it wasn't for those, I guess we would be having quite a problem. Especially if a Raptor jumps on you, running the reflector at the same time, you can't shoot them. If you try to shoot the Raptor robot while his reflector is running, you're doomed, man. That's it. Because you do so much damage to yourself, and he's gonna take almost no damage. But yeah, jumping in with the Bulgasari here for a little second. Pop! I think that's something you actually haven't seen yet, or have you? I don't know. I'm not sure if I used that footage also in the other video. But the reason I have this sometimes is because, you know, I don't get ultimate equipment now anymore without the press account. So I do have to use some of that from the test server. And yeah, show you the gameplay with that. But it's the same. It just means pilot skills aren't running. Oh my goodness. 13 to 10. You know what? Sometimes, it's funny, sometimes the matches on the test server are actually the most entertaining and most fun ones. Sometimes on the test server you have the most even matches with super awesome combat going on. Everybody is like really trying to win this one, and which is funny because this is where it doesn't matter really. If you're being honest, like on the test server it doesn't matter whatever at all what's going on. But yeah, ever so often I find myself having the best matches on the test server. But not always. Sometimes they suck. Here's another Fenrir, and I'm running the Orochi with double stealth. You can see he's trying to shoot me again, but I'm just entering into the next stealth, and you can see this guy's really hating it. For the entire Fenrir went down without doing anything, because stealth meta, right? Stealth counters whatever you bring. Ooh, owa. That was a lot of damage with your laser weapons there. 20 to 16. It's still not a win, right? It's still relatively close, and I think maybe we're actually even going to lose this one, because the enemy is bringing the Eiffel Titan with the homing machine guns. Typically what happens if the enemy is running this, either the Eiffel with machine guns or with the flamethrowers, your team is just gonna get completely decimated. In a matter of 2-3 minutes, you're gonna lose all your robots due to these weapons. Unless, of course, your team does have these Titans as well. And I believe we do, so maybe we have a chance here. I'm attacking with the little Orochi. Doing the best I can with these, yeah, with these weapons. Oh no, there's another one of those guys around me. But look what I can do with him. Pop, there goes an entire Raptor. And I also dropped the ultimate Bulgasari to last stand too. It was a win, by the way, as you can see here. And I had a really powerful teammate with me, doing a lot of damage too. So, let's just be honest, guys, the time of subduers are over. Even though the subduers, to my absolute surprise, have not yet been nerfed. Unless I really missed something here, the subduers haven't been nerfed as I told you it will be, right? The 600 meters range have not yet been reduced to 500, and it's still performing really well, unless I missed something, but correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's still running at the same unnerved state, is it? Which would be crazy, because I'm sure it's going to get nerfed. I'm still sure it will be, but I think it hasn't happened yet. Maybe Pixonic took it personal when I said, this is going to happen. They're like, ha, watch this. Maybe I should do this with every robot or every weapon we don't want nerfed. I just say, yup, it's going to get nerfed. Here it is. Nerf is incoming. Get ready for it. And then Pixonic be like, nope. Just because you said it will happen, it's not going to happen. That would be funny if we could influence things like that. Because I sometimes feel like they're doing the opposite of what we expect, what I expect, what is expected. However, when it comes to new gear, like these new weapons, it's relatively expected the way they perform, or they, let me just say, overperform. That Capri is just dead. Instant. Look at this. The only reason he's not dead long ago is because he got a last stand. It's the only reason he's alive. And, yeah, sorry to say it's super overperforming weapons. Pixonic has once again messed up big time when it comes to the health of the game. Probably well done when it comes to their wallets filling up to purchases now. Although I would rather invest my money into pretty much anything except this game nowadays. And I do. I'm playing Star Citizen now. I'm going to show you some video about this soon. I hope you're going to be as hyped as I am. It's probably going to be my new favorite game. And I invested a lot of money into that now. And you know what? I feel better with it, even though it's not even finished game yet. Yeah. Maybe it's just me. Let's see how this runs. I mean, we all know these weapons will get nerfed, right? I feel like it's my responsibility to you guys also to say this, to point it out. If you're interested in these weapons, yeah, they are now available, but be sure to know they won't stay like that for a long time. They will get nerfed, and they will lose a lot of their performance in a few months, I would imagine, because they can't keep it going like this, because if they would do that, the next weapon would have to be 30% more powerful than this as well, right? The end result would be a massive power creep that kills the game even more. So in order to prevent power creep, what Pixonic does is they just nerf what you previously bought and then make you buy the new thing that's now super up to date, you know? And this way the power creep is there, but it's not quite as ridiculous as it would be if they would never nerf something and they would just always make the new thing better than the previous, which seems to be what they think they need to do in order to drive sales. I guess they feel like if the new thing is not breaking the game completely, you're not interested in that. That's what I feel like they are thinking. But look what I'm doing to an Eiffel Titan with just 2 heavy weapons. I just dropped him to 50%. Show me a weapon in the game that can do that with an Eiffel Titan. Comfortably from any range between 0 and 350 meters. And yeah, to have this much of a blow against it. I don't think there is no other weapon in the game that can do that, perhaps except for ultimate shock trains. The ultimate shock train will be an exception here, but as some of you sometimes point out, few people will have it, and those who will have it, well, they're gonna rock. Yeah, so... Uh-oh. Activating stealth, but in this case, it seems this guy was quantum sensoring me with his Eiffel Titan. He must have realized that there is a stealth meta and I put a quantum sensor on it. It's a smart move. Can I survive this here for a little bit? I don't know why, but the leech is not shooting me. I regenerated another stealth. His leech ability drops. And yeah, I was able to get it. Now I can get myself an extra shield. And we're actually able to drop that entire Newton. So yeah, thanks for watching, ladies and gents. Tell me what you think about the weapon. I really want to know what your opinion is on this. Maybe I'm crazy, but this thing just looks like it's 3 weapons put into one when it comes to its performance. And see you in the next video, and Manni signing off. Bye bye, my friends.